Hey everyone, it's me Nita and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be testing out a new tumbler press that Craft Express sent out to me. They sent a bunch of different types of goodies and stuff and a new tumbler press. So I'm going to be testing that out today. I do need to make some tumblers for some birthday gifts, and I also need to prep some tumblers for a market as well. I have a few markets planned for November and December, so I anticipate them being very big markets, so I'm going to spend the next few weeks just prepping as much as I can for this craft fair, or for these craft fairs, because I don't want to wait last minute to try and like prep as much stuff for these markets, because they're really big markets. So I want to make sure that I have a ton of inventory. So I'm going to be making some new tumbler designs as well that I will be taking with me to these markets, and then I will be adding them to my website. I've been spending some time working on my website, redesigning it, adding stuff, removing stuff. I've been doing that too with my Etsy shop as well, so I just have been busy working on my website and my Etsy shop. So I want to add a bunch of new stuff to my website because it needs a lot of love and attention. So I'm gonna go ahead and quit rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and go into the stuff that I'll be using. I designed some images that I'm gonna be adding to the tumblers using my Cricut and some really cool sublimation paper. So let's just continue on and let's dive in. Craft Express sent me out this really cool tumbler press. It's like a purple color and it has glitter. I don't know if my camera will pick it up, but this is a pretty cool looking tumbler press. So I already have one tumbler press. I got this one from Heat Press Nation, and then this one's from Craft Express. So I'm kind of curious to see how well this one performs in comparison with my other tumbler press that I have. So just by like size, like this one is more compact. As you can see, the computer screen for this one is on the side of the machine, and then this is just the press. For this one, the computer or whatever is part of the actual like tumbler press. So so this one's a little bit more compact. It's a little skinnier, just because it doesn't have like the little screen off to the side. It's in the front. So I think that's kind of cool. This actually fits really well on my shelf right over there, so that's its spot. So I love how compact it is, and it's easy to store away, doesn't take up too much room. So I'm going to be using this today. I'm going to be using my Cricut to be cutting out some, and sorry for my camera, I'm going to be using my Cricut to cut out some of this Craft Express transfer sheets. It comes with a bunch of different prints, and basically it's almost like HTV, but it's like sublimation paper at the same time, from my understanding. So I'm going to be using this today. I'm going to be using this tonight as well. I already took out one of the prints that I'll be using tonight, so I'm going to be using this like buffalo plaid print. But when you open up that box, it comes with a bunch of different cute prints. So there's this cheetah print, a leopard print, or I don't know if that's right or not, but a bunch of different animal prints, a checkered one, and then like this psychedelic one, and this plaid one, Christmas plaid one. So I do plan on using these and taking these to a market. They do look dull, but just like with sublimation paper, it looks dull on the paper, but once you transfer it to whatever item you're transferring it to, it's more vibrant and colorful. So don't let that put you off. But we'll see how vibrant these turn out. I've never used these before. I'm really excited to test these out. So I'm going to be using these on a Libby beer can mug, I believe that's what they're called, and also a tumbler as well. I'll show you those in just a second. Okay, so they also sent me some tumblers to test out too. So I've never used these before, and I believe these are called Libby little beer cans. So I'm not sure, but I'm really excited to test them out. It comes with the bamboo lid. So I'm going to be using this transfer sheet with that one. And then they also sent me out another one that has that frosty look on it, which I also think is cool and different for a tumbler. So I'm going to be testing out these two new tumblers. And then I need to make my stepdad a tumbler because his birthday's tomorrow, so I want to make him a tumbler. So I am going to be using just basic tumblers too, and then I'm going to be prepping other tumblers too for a market. So these two will be for me. I need to make one for my stepdad and then a bunch for my website and my upcoming markets. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I'm going to cut out this on the Cricut. Hopefully I do it correctly. But I'm going to show you guys how I do this, and then we'll do some sublimation on some tumblers. So let's cut this first, and then we'll start sublimating everything. Oh, a couple other things that you'll need, of course, is heat-resistant gloves. These are important because these tumblers get extremely hot. And then they also sent out some tools as well. I can never have enough weeding tools. These are so convenient to have, and I store them throughout everywhere in my craft room because I use them for almost like everything in my craft room. But you know, these are really nice to have a bunch of extras. So they sent me out this as well. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and add the paper. And hopefully I am doing this right. The box didn't really come with instructions, so I'm just treating it basically just like HTV. Hopefully that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, so I have a few designs printed. This one's going to be for my stepdad. These ones are going to be for the market, and I'll be taking product photos of these probably tomorrow and listing them to my website as well. So we have a peppermint one, candy cane, like a rainbowish Christmas tree. I wanted to go for like more retro design, so I have a few other ones that I'm going to be printing out as well, but I'm really loving how these are turning out. Okay, so I just finished cutting these designs out onto the sublimation transfer paper, and I'm just gonna try and weed it like vinyl. I'm not sure how this is gonna work. No, I didn't cut it deep enough. So unfortunately I didn't cut it deep enough. I should have checked once I was done cutting out this design, but when you like try and peel it off, the design is still on there. So I'm probably gonna have to do like a cardstock setting. I'm really bummed out because I really wanted to do a Christmas tree design with this print and with this buffalo print. So I won't have enough of this same print to be able to redo the designs on this print, so that's a bummer. I should have tested it. That was totally my fault. But I'll do this one. I'm gonna do like Christmas trees with this one, and then I have this other plaid one. I'm not sure how this one's gonna turn out just because the print is pretty big. We'll see. That's a bummer though. So I'm gonna go ahead and recut that one. The cheetah print with the Christmas tree one, that one took forever to cut out, so I'm not looking forward to having to. I'm gonna go recut these, and then I'm gonna be printing out some more sublimation sheets, so I'll check back in with you guys in a minute. Okay, so I think I got it. I had to use the cardstock setting. I feel like I could put this back onto some type of transfer tape paper and cut even more trees out of this, so I'm actually going to save this piece. I have actually never used like vinyl on tumblers before, so this should be interesting trying to apply it to the tumbler. Hopefully I do it correctly, but I'm going to go ahead and cut out the other Christmas trees really quick, and then I'll check back in with you guys. I don't know how I'm going to go about doing this. I should probably watch a tutorial video. I'm just gonna wing it. I'm probably doing this so wrong, so don't judge me. It's my first time and I didn't feel like really watching a tutorial on how to do this. So I definitely messed up on like the measurements for the cup, because as you can see right here, I tried. But we'll see how it presses. I'm kind of curious to see how it looks. I'm trying to do this tumbler now, and I'm just using these little clear boxes to kind of hold the mug or tumbler in place. Okay, so I made this too tall, so I'm gonna have to cut this bottom row. We'll see how this presses. I got my measurements wrong. I figured that this would be the same measurements as a normal tumbler, but for some reason these trees won't fit, so my tumbler's gonna look a little silly, but whatever. These ones are for me, and then so for the other ones I'll need to cut the paper or sublimation paper and tape them onto my regular tumblers. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and then we'll get the heat press started after that and start pressing everything. Okay guys, so my sublimation printer is giving me so much trouble right now. I don't know if it's broken or what, but I'm just gonna have to roll with these 5 designs, I guess, for my regular tumblers. Hopefully my sublimation printer is not broken, we can get it working. I'm doing a print head clean on it right now. My fingers are crossed though. So basically right now what I'm doing is I'm cutting the designs down to size. Okay, there's one, so I have a bunch more to do. So I'm gonna quickly do these. This is probably like my least favorite part about doing these tumblers, is the whole cutting process. I wish it would just printed out to like the exact size. Okay, so I have them all cut now, so now I'm going to go ahead and tape them to the tumblers. Okay, so I turned this tumbler press on by pressing this green button, and now I'm going to go ahead and set it to my settings that I like. So I'm going to do 370 for the temperature, and I just press the set button, adjusted the time using these buttons. And then for the counter, I want it to be 90 seconds. So I'm going to increase the time on this one. Press set. And then it's going to warm up. We'll see how quickly this warms up. My Heat Press Nation one warms up so quick. So we'll see how long it takes. It's already warming up pretty quickly. Okay, actually I'm going to turn it off really quick because I need to fix the like tension or how tight the machine is. So let me fix that really quick. So I'm just going to go ahead and just use a blank tumbler And when you tighten it, you want it to have some resistance. It needs to feel like it's, like it won't close. So basically I'm gonna go ahead and close it and just increase the pressure on this. With sublimation, you need heavy pressure. So I want it to be tight. Okay, I feel like it needs to be a little bit more tight. Okay, I think that may be it. Ooh, this is still actually really hot, and the heat press wasn't even on for that long, so good thing I put a blank one in there. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back on. Looks like the settings remained the same, so I don't have to adjust them again. I'm hoping that these transfers turn out, because if you don't have a sublimation printer but you have like a Cricut and some type of tumbler press, you could get these transfers and use these until you can buy a sublimation printer, or you could also buy transfers too. I see people selling sublimation transfers all the time, so that's always an option if you don't have a sublimation printer. Okay, so the temperature is now at 370. Go ahead and I guess I'll do these ones first. So I like to do 30 seconds and then flip it. So it's almost ready for me to flip it, and then I would just push open this lever and I'll then turn the tumbler. What this one doesn't have is a like handle for me to hold on to like open the tumbler press back up. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this pressure just a little bit, just because it was kind of tight when closing. Okay, that's a lot better. So I'm gonna have it go for another 30 seconds, and then I'll turn it one more time. Now, I've never worked with these mugs, so I really don't honestly know how it's gonna turn out. I'm really excited to see how these regular Christmas designs turn out. There was just so many to choose from. It was hard to choose. There's a ton more that I want to get for designs. And I usually buy my designs from either Design Bundles or off of Etsy. That's primarily where I get all my sublimation designs from. Whew. These are so hot, so definitely make sure you wear gloves. For some reason that shut off. So I accidentally pressed the green button and somehow the thing shut off. So is this one. I definitely could add more Christmas trees to this, but the transfer paper itself turned out really, really good. I'm actually really impressed. I just wish I would have added more Christmas trees. But I probably could go back and add more. I just don't know if it'll reactivate these Christmas trees and it would cause smudging. I'm not sure. But I kind of like it. It's kind of plain and simple. But definitely, as you can see, like, the colors are just really nice. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and heat press the rest of these tumblers. So I'm just going to do a quick time lapse, and then I'll show you guys how they turn out. I feel like the pressure needs to be a little bit tighter, because I feel like the colors could be a little bit better. So I'm going to go ahead and tighten this a little bit more. I still feel like that isn't tight enough. I don't know, this tension on this one is kind of throwing me off a little bit. Okay, let's see how the colors look on this one. Now the designs are a vintage color, so that could be part of the reason why. But I'm really curious if the tension had anything to do with that, or I mean the pressure, not the tension. Okay. This also came out super orange. This is supposed to be more of like a peach color. I don't know, I'm not really feeling the colors on these, guys. So I'm honestly kind of tempted to do like a side-by-side comparison. Obviously not in this video, but in a future video, maybe do a side-by-side comparison on the difference, like how, like if I do the same design on the same type of tumbler but with different presses, if there'll be a difference, because this is supposed to be more of like an orange, like a peach color, and I feel like, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's more of like an orange. Not really feeling it. It may also be my printer. My printer was acting a little funny. Like, I don't know, it's like not printing dark at all. Could be a whole variety of different reasons on why like the colors aren't matching up. Usually my sublimation comes out perfect with colors, so I don't know what's going on. Let's see how this one turned out. Okay, so I feel like this one came out pretty accurate and came out true to color. Alright, this one is my stepdad's tumbler, so we'll see how this one turns out. I think this one came out cute though. Alright, this one came out perfect. I'm happy this one came out perfect just because this one's a gift, so I'm happy that one came out good. And we have one more to do. I'm sad my printer's not working. I was hoping to get more of these tumblers done for you guys, but I will just have to film some more. I still have so much to prep, and I still have a lot more tumblers. So I'm going to be using up the rest of those tumblers and just going to my next market full of tumblers, full of hats, t-shirts, and of course scrunchies. So I have a lot of prepping for markets, I guess I should say, ahead of me. So definitely stay tuned for more market prep videos. Okay, so these colors, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and literally I just press that green button. For this one, I thought the colors were going to be a little bit different. I thought this color would be a little bit more of like a baby pink rather than like, I guess a peach pink, I don't know. But I think it still came out really cute. Alright, so I'm all done with the tumblers. I'll give you one final look through, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this tumbler press. Okay guys, so sorry I wasn't able to get more tumblers done. I'm kind of disappointed I wasn't able to get more done, but I need to figure out what's going on with my printer. Hopefully I can figure it out, just because I have a lot of stuff that I plan on prepping for my upcoming markets and for my website. So hopefully I can get that done, or hopefully I can get it fixed and figured out. But to kind of give you my final thoughts on the tumbler press from Craft Express, I definitely am more particular to my Heat Press Nation tumbler press, just because I felt like I could get the pressure just right on that press real easily. With this press, it was a little bit more challenging to get that pressure just right. And I'm kind of tempted too to see if that heat press affected the colors in any way. So I definitely want to do all these designs again, but on my Heat Press Nation press, to kind of see if there's a difference in the color. The size, I do like and prefer the size of the Craft Express. I like how it's a lot more compact, so I can easily store that heat press away. With my Heat Press Nation tumbler press, I kind of had to leave it on the table just because it's so large. It's kind of hard to fit it in smaller spaces. So I definitely prefer the size and the look too over the Craft Express. I really love the glitter and the purple color to it. I know that's like not necessary, it's just a cool little feature. So the size and the color was a big plus for me. Now to go off prices, my Heat Press Nation tumbler press, it varies depending on which attachments you get. But if you just get the press for just tumblers and the attachments for just tumblers and the coffee mugs, that heat press that I have usually goes for $449.95, so around $450, which is pretty expensive, I feel like, but that heat press, I love it. And then for the Craft Express heat press, you can purchase it off Amazon for $329 with free shipping. And they even have some financing options too for you through Amazon. So that's something you could look into and check out if you're trying to find a more budget friendly. This heat press is a little bit more budget friendly. It's about $110-ish cheaper, so, or $120 cheaper. So that's, you know, a good option. But with this tumbler press, it only comes with the tumbler attachment. It won't come with the mug attachment. So any other attachments, I'm assuming you would have to purchase those attachments. I can't really see on Amazon if they sell them separately. I'm sure they do, but I don't know the cost of it. So for $120 cheaper, you can get just the tumbler attachment for the Craft Express tumbler heat press. So, you know, it just depends on what you plan on doing. I tried coffee mugs. Coffee mugs don't really sell well for me at markets, so I'm not really interested in doing them. And I really don't want to sell them online either, just because I don't want to have to ship them. I don't want to have to worry about packaging them up so they don't break. So I primarily just focus on tumblers. These ones, I still need to practice a little bit with them. They are cool. They're different as well. I did like the transfer paper. I just need to play around with it a little bit more. This one didn't come out as nice, but I think that had a lot to do with the pressure on the heat press, so that's my guess. But I'm definitely excited to try those transfer sheets more and test out different designs with them. So these were interesting to make. I definitely prefer just the basic tumblers, just because I feel like the color comes out so nicely on just the plain white tumblers. So there's a side-by-side of them. So, but if I were to purchase one of those machines, I probably would go with the Heat Press Nation one, just because I really like all the heat presses from Heat Press Nation. But for the price and for the looks and for the size, I definitely do like the Craft Express. It is a great alternative option. So I'll definitely leave that information down below on where you can purchase it. I'll have that down in the description for you guys. But that's going to be it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And again, sorry I wasn't able to do more tumblers. After this, I'm going to go try and figure out my sublimation printer issue. So stay tuned for some more sublimation videos. And if you want to see more sublimation videos or any other market prep items that I do, or any videos that I do on market prep, definitely hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because I've been noticing from a few of my followers, they've been mentioning that they aren't getting notifications when my videos are posted. So definitely hit that notification bell and hit all, so you can get all notifications from me, so you know when I post my next video. But that is it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!